Baron Trump. Born on March 20th, 2006, to Donald Trump and Melania Knauss, Baron entered a world few could ever imagine. As the youngest child of the business magnate and future president, his life has been a blend of extraordinary circumstances and relatable childhood experiences. From the moment he was born, Baron was thrust into the public eye, but despite the constant scrutiny, Baron has remained an enigma, navigating the unique challenges of growing up in one of the world's most famous families. Join me as we delve into the life of Baron Trump, exploring his privileged upbringing and his journey through adolescence. Baron Trump's early years were a fairy tale of wealth and luxury. His childhood unfolded within the opulent walls of Trump Tower, a gleaming skyscraper overlooking New York City. Imagine living on the top 3 floors of a building named after your family. His playground wasn't a park, but a sprawling penthouse with panoramic views of Central Park. But it wasn't all city life for young Baron. He also spent considerable time at his father's Mar-a-Lago estate in Palm Beach, Florida. This sprawling resort, dubbed the Winter White House during Donald Trump's presidency, offered a different kind of luxury. These two contrasting environments, the urban sophistication of Trump Tower and the sprawling extravagance of Mar-a-Lago, played a significant role in shaping Baron's early years. They provided him with a unique perspective, exposing him to both the fast-paced world of business and the leisurely pace of resort living. While Baron Trump's early years were largely shielded from public view, there were glimpses into his childhood. One such glimpse came in 2006, when he made his television debut at just 6 weeks old. The occasion? An appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show alongside his mother, Melania. It was a brief appearance, a mere snapshot of the life of the youngest Trump. Yet, it offered a glimpse into the world he inhabited. Melania, ever poised and elegant, cradled her newborn son, introducing him to the world with a mixture of pride and protectiveness. This early exposure to the media would become a recurring theme throughout his life. As Baron grew older, he would occasionally be seen at public events with his parents, heightening the public's curiosity about the youngest Trump. From the day he was born, Baron Trump was heir to a vast fortune. His father, Donald Trump, had built a business empire spanning real estate, entertainment, and various other ventures. Forbes estimated Donald Trump's net worth to be in the billions, and as his youngest son, Baron was poised to inherit a significant portion of that wealth. While the exact details of Baron's inheritance remain private, it's safe to assume that he is the beneficiary of trust funds and investments established in his name. These financial instruments are designed to provide for his future, ensuring that he will never have to worry about money. Growing up with such immense wealth undoubtedly shaped Baron's worldview. His life has been one of privilege and opportunity, with access to the best education, travel, and experiences that money can buy. Baron Trump's life has been defined by luxury. From private jets to designer clothes, he has experienced a level of opulence that most can only dream of. His childhood was filled with extravagant gifts, exotic vacations, and access to the finest things in life. One can only imagine the birthday parties thrown for Baron at Trump Tower or Mar-a-Lago, and then there are the vacations. While other children were going to summer camp or visiting their grandparents, Baron was likely jetting off to exotic destinations. This life of privilege wasn't just about material possessions. It was about access and opportunity, providing him with a network of connections and a level of access that most people could only dream of. Education for Baron Trump was never going to be a simple matter of attending the local public school. His early education took place at the Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School in New York City. This prestigious institution, known for its rigorous academics and impressive alumni, costs over $50,000 per year in tuition. Following his father's election, Baron and his mother relocated to Washington, D.C., where he attended St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland. This elite private school, known for its strong academic program and focus on character development, provided Baron with a sense of normalcy away from the political spotlight. While at St. Andrew's, Baron excelled in his studies and participated in a variety of extracurricular activities. His educational journey didn't end with high school. While the details of his higher education plans remain private, it is widely assumed that Baron will attend a prestigious university, following in the footsteps of his siblings. In 2017, at just 10 years old, Barron Trump's life took an extraordinary turn when his father was elected President of the United States. He moved into the White House, becoming the youngest child to reside there since John F. Kennedy Jr. in the early 1960s. Life in the White House was a far cry from his childhood home in Trump Tower. While he still enjoyed the perks of wealth and privilege, he also had to adapt to the strict protocols and constant scrutiny that came with living in the public eye. His days were a mix of schoolwork, family time, and official events. Despite the upheaval of moving to a new city and adjusting to life in the White House, Barron seemed to take it all in stride. He was often described as a well-adjusted and polite young man, unfazed by the trappings of power that surrounded him. The White House, with its historical significance and grandeur, left an undeniable mark on Barron's formative years. Growing up in the public eye is never easy, especially when your father is one of the most polarizing figures in the world. Barron Trump, however, has largely been shielded from the relentless media scrutiny that has followed his family for years. Both Donald and Melania Trump made a conscious effort to protect their son from the often harsh realities of their public lives. They limited his exposure to the media, rarely allowing him to be interviewed or photographed without their consent. This protective barrier extended to social media as well. This deliberate choice reflects his family's desire to afford him a semblance of normalcy and privacy. While Barron Trump's public appearances have been relatively infrequent, his fashion choices have not gone unnoticed. His style, often described as classic and understated, reflects his upbringing in a world of wealth and privilege. From a young age, Barron has been dressed in designer clothes, favoring brands like Armani, Ralph Lauren, and Burberry. His wardrobe staples include tailored suits, crisp shirts, and well-fitting jeans, often paired with simple sneakers or loafers. His style is a far cry from the flashy and often criticized fashion choices of his older siblings. While his fashion choices may seem trivial to some, they offer a glimpse into Barron's personality and upbringing. They suggest a young man who is comfortable in his own skin, confident without being ostentatious, and aware of the image he projects to the world. Despite growing up in a family that thrives on attention, Barron Trump has consistently maintained a remarkably reserved presence. He is rarely seen at public events, and when he is, he often blends into the background, his quiet demeanor a stark contrast to his father's boisterous personality. This reserved nature has led some to speculate about his personality and interests. Growing up in the shadow of his famous father, he may have consciously chosen to avoid the spotlight. Or perhaps he is simply a private individual who values his privacy and prefers to live a life outside the public eye. Whatever the reason, his reserved nature has only added to the mystique surrounding him. He remains an enigma, a quiet figure in a loud family, content to observe the world from the sidelines. Barron Trump is no longer the little boy who captured the world's attention with his blonde hair and serious expression. He is now a young man, navigating the challenges of adulthood under the watchful eye of the public. As he comes of age, the questions surrounding his future become more pressing. What path will he choose? Will he follow in his father's footsteps and enter the world of business or politics? Or will he forge his own path, carving out a life away from the family business and the political spotlight? The weight of the Trump name, with all its baggage and expectations, will undoubtedly play a role in his decisions. Despite the challenges that lie ahead, Barron Trump also has a unique opportunity to use his platform and his privilege to make a positive impact on the world. Whether he chooses to champion social causes, advocate for policy changes, or simply use his voice to raise awareness about issues that matter to him, he has the potential to reach a global audience and affect real change. Only time will tell what the future holds for Barron Trump. But one thing is certain, the world will be watching.